And producer Jst Sako released a new single titled Molo. Ntsako Manentsa is a singer, songwriter and record producer from Daveyton in Ekurhuleni. His music can be described as deep, heartfelt stories that take the mind on a journey. The artist joins us now via Skype to share more on this single. Sako, a very good morning to you. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to Morning Live.
Morning, how are you?
I'm great, man. Good to have you with us this morning. How did the music journey start? I mean, what was the trigger point that made you decide to get into music?
So, I started music from a very young age. I was fortunate enough to be brought up in a household where music was pretty much a daily lifestyle. I had my mom who used to take me to church all the time with her, and she was part of a choir. So I'd always be there with her during rehearsals, and that kind of I think pushed me to a level where I wanted to learn more about this music, learn more about the feeling that I'm getting from the music, and that then just started the journey for me to do music and finally become a recording artist.
So having been pushed to a level that you want to be, are you at all happy with the progress? Just looking back, are you happy with what you've achieved so far?
I mean, look, everything is a journey. There's a starting point and there's an ending point. So for me, I'm appreciating what's happening in the process. I can't really look down on some of the events that have led me to where I am, because I feel like everything that I've done to this point has led me to become the artist that I am today. I am pretty hopeful that there's going to be more growth, but I think more than anything, I'm very grateful for where I am today.
You just recently released a new single. What's the message you're trying to bring with your song, Molo?
Okay, so Molo is a song that I wrote to. It's about courtship, appreciating the beauty of a woman. When you see a woman for the first time and you want to approach her, it always starts with a simple hello. So isiXhosa sithi Molo, ndawini, so wanted to basically use a greeting as a form of communication to a woman that you'll be meeting for the first time. That first hello is very important, because you don't just walk up to her and then just tell her how you feel about you. The hello starts and sets the tone for the conversation. So it's really a song about courtship, appreciating a woman and telling her that in her you believe you found the one.
Well, you seem to know your story, Jst Sako. I mean, you seem to have so much passion in what you do. So when did you start writing music, and what were your early passions and influences?
So I started writing music as early as primary, and that actually even gave me an opportunity to join a local school concert that was called Pop Stars at the time. I believe it was a competition called Pop Stars in those times. And I actually won that competition, and that actually encouraged me to write music as a young man. But you see, this was the funny part. I used to write a lot of love songs, and this wasn't because I really understood what love or relationships were about then, but because I used to listen to a lot of Loyiso Bala, a lot of Danny Kaye, a lot of Usher, and then in my later stage, listened to a lot of Chris Brown. And Chris Brown came out when I was about 16. So I also got introduced to his music, and I wouldn't say mimic, but I was really passionate about the rhythm and blues genre. So that kind of then pushed me into the direction of writing more rhythm and blues songs, love songs, heartbreak songs. Yeah, I grew from that level.
Now, as a producer, as a music writer, what do you usually start with when working on a new piece?
So for me, it will always start with the instrumental. That's where I draw my energy from. That's where I draw my writing from. As soon as I come in contact with the instrumental, then I will know that, okay, I think I'm going to take it this direction. Because what's very important for me when it comes to my music is I always want to bring across the feel. I always want to bring across the mood, So I basically just allow the instrumental to allow me to illustrate, I think, the feeling that it's giving, So for me, it will always be the beat, or it will always be the instrumental. The types of instruments that are used on the instrumental will always allow me to illustrate, I guess, the feeling that I'm trying to bring, or the tone that I'm trying to bring across.
Well, Sako, you signed with Geopack Records earlier this year. How has it been like working with the record company?
Look, I appreciate Geopack Records so much because when George approached me, which was in 2019, he had laid out a vision for me that, look, this is where I see your brand going, and I appreciate where you stand. So this is what we can offer you. And I think from there, a great alliance was built just purely based on the vision that we both share. The label and I share. So the growth and the working experience has really opened up a lot of opportunities for me. I am learning to grow as an artist as well. I am discovering new things about myself. There are bigger spheres for me to explore now. There are no boundaries, if I may put it that way. And just my overall creative ability has been heightened because of my experience with them and just being shown another world outside the world that I'm used to. So it's been a great experience, really.
Yeah, and I see that you've hosted quite a few live performance sessions on your social media platforms to share a couple of music exclusives. Are you planning more?
Yeah. Yeah, of course. I think this is a very important time to be engaging on your social media. Amidst the situation, COVID-19 pandemic, it's very important for artists and creatives to be on their platforms, engaging with their fans, and giving them a taste of whatever it is that they're working on during this lockdown. So I have been using my platform to engage and share my music, have conversations, and engage with my fans. So I am definitely planning to have more of those sessions so that they can get to experience whatever it is that I'm working on during this lockdown.
Well, you seem to be coping well under these lockdown regulations, but then personally, how have you been affected? Because most artists have been severely hit hard in the pocket.
No, that's very true. Look, I won't lie and say that I haven't been affected by this. It has really had its toll on me because you have to remember that you are not in it. No man is an island. Every one of us have families. Every one of us have people that we live our lives with, and we need to either provide for them or they need to provide for us, or we need to find a way to kind of like balance out the living situation. So it hasn't been that easy. But I mean, for me, through grace and through prayers, I do know that this season will pass, and it's just for now. I've got so much hope that things will get better, and I think I've leaned more to my spiritual beliefs for me to be able to kind of like ride this thing through.
Well, those watching this interview for the first time or those seeing you for the first time probably know who Jst Sako is by now and what you stand for or what you aspire to be, but they don't necessarily know the kind of genre that you are involved in. How would you describe your sound?
So I describe my genre as an Afrofusion, a different elements and different genres go into what I create. It can be pop music, R&B, a bit of soul music. So I put a lot of genres together to create what now here as my genre and what Jst Sako has to offer to the world.
And you currently have 2 records out. When can we expect a full album?
Yes. So I'm not going to rush into an album, but I am in the process of packaging my EP. We have gone through the selection of songs, and I just think it's about going through them again and finalizing them, because for me, a project is never final until it's out there, So I am still recording some more music, and I think as soon as the record label and I have come into like an agreement about a date for the EP release, then I will say, okay, now we're ready to release this batch of music. But it is ready. I will say it is ready. But more than enough music to release and share with the people. But yeah, we're not rushing into it.
Okay, so where do you see yourself in 5 years? Are we likely to see the very same Jst Sako in the next 5 years? A neo-Afro-soul musician, or are you also looking to change genres in the future, or maybe a bit more collaborations?
Yeah, I think for me, with the way that I do music, a few years ago, I wouldn't say that this is the kind of sound I would have been doing. So I think 5 years from now, we would have explored a bit more. We would have traveled a bit more. So the sound is definitely going to grow. So I can't really say to you that I think in 5 years I'll still be doing Afro pop or Afro soul. But I can say that the sound is definitely going to mature, because 5 years from now, I do want to see myself Sako as an artist. And definitely, I believe that I will have a lot more collaborations, but I'm hoping that I'll also be able to work with upcoming talent as well, because there's a lot of talented people, especially where I'm from in Daveyton too. So I'm hoping in 5 years we'll be able to introduce new artists through the platform that we might have at that time, and through the opportunities that we will have gathered by the time that years does come.
You just mentioned your sound maturing. What necessarily brings the maturity in your sound? Is it the quality of the lyrical content, or is it how you deliver your music, or is it simply just how you engage or interact with the fans?
I believe for me, it's experiences. Experiences are very important. The lyrical content will grow. We'll be able to, write on a different scale based on whatever style or instrument you'll be working with at the time. Sound always grows, sound always changes. The music industry isn't what it is today, what it was 10 years ago. So definitely it will mature, but I believe that experiences are what make the music more appreciable. So people appreciate music more based on your experiences, your truth. I always say it's always good to write from a point of truth and from experience. So I think experiences are definitely going to be the reason why my music is rich.
Well, you just mentioned that music isn't the same as it was 10 years ago, and I quite agree with you on that. So in terms of new genres, are you one person who will stick to one genre, or would you be open to new genres? Would you be, moving where the wind blows you?
So I think the most important thing is to establish what you're about and what is important to you. I am an Afro soul, I am an R&B Afrofusion artist. So that is where we are. So whatever we grow into will basically be, the Afro will be the guideline to wherever we're going to be going next. So there'll always be a root genre to whatever other genre we're going to connect to. So whatever subgenre we'll create in the future, based on where the sound goes, will always stem from the essence of being an actual soulful singer. That will always remain. That will always be constant. That will always be constant.
And having said that, what is your analysis of the standards of South African music? Are we where we're supposed to be? Or should we change a few issues here and there?
For me, observing the industry right now, I can say the industry has grown a lot. I'm always around different artists. I'm always listening to new music. I'm always listening to the diamonds in the rough, the people who haven't been discovered. And I can I can say it without a doubt that South African music is really, 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 really great. We just need more platforms. We just need a lot more, the guidance for the younger guys who are coming in. But I believe that the future of South African music is in good hands. I feel like everything is going as it should. There will definitely be more, I think, pillars that will support the structure and I think the direction of where the South African music industry is going. So we might not be where we want to be, but I believe we are definitely in the.
All right, Jst Sako, great chatting to you, man. All the best in your music.
Thank you so much.